And now Ma샬ken트, one PBA title so far, that one in Saudi Arabia that Chris was talking about when he beat Martin Larsson in the final. Oh, and he leaves up the 10-pin. Could have done with a strike there, couldn't he, just to settle down.
Playing the outside line, getting a nice bit of reaction at the back end. See that 6-pin just jumps around the 10. Hardly touched it at all, so he can only make a spare, and a 9 spare is worth 19.
Had a great first PBA season in 2014, was Rookie of the Year, cashing in 9 of 13 events with a 217 average. Frame 1. Oh, again, it's the same pin. The 10-pin stays up for Ma샬ken트. And after just 2 frames, the advantage for Stu Williams grows larger.
He's now going to be thinking to himself, I'm hitting the pocket. It may well be the angle that he's coming up from the right-hand side of the lane that leaves that 10-pin standing. That's very frustrating for him. 2 very good shots, not rewarded.
And not the first time we've seen that tonight from a player in a USA jersey. Wes Melott suffered similarly in his defeat with Don Barrett. Their opponent just keeps knocking them all down. Needs to concentrate on his own game, finding his line, and he does. Well, he really needed that one, Ma샬ken트.
Yeah, kept just a little bit straighter, I think. Good looking reaction. See his eyes popping there, that's going for a strike. Oh, that.
Big shoes to fill of TJ and Bill O'Neill. Well, that's the kind of shot they would have produced. Second straight strike from Ma샬ken트, but he continues to play catch up, and there is absolutely nothing he can do about it if Stu Williams continues to bowl the way he has.
Yes, that is the long one, isn't it? It's from the West Coast. Looking for 3 in a row. Oh, and makes it. How about that? Held line very nicely indeed. Almost a little smile there from Marshall.
A puff of the cheeks. It's just those 2 spares in the opening 2 frames that's the difference at the moment.
Yeah, he's persevering with that. Slightly, if Marshall's going to win this, Stuart's got to give it away. And he's not the sort of bowler to do that.
Great shot again, though.
Another 30 pins to Marshall. He's looking very relaxed now, isn't he? He's settling into this Weber Cup lane.
Yeah, he's certainly finding that form. 4 in a row. Lovely shot into the pocket. Just caught the head pin with 3 frames remaining.
Really needs to be 10.
It is 10.
It's 10 pins worth 30. Just settled in so well, hasn't he, in this game? Looking really relaxed. Playing that beautiful outside line. Rolls it straight through the 1-3 pocket, carries all and going for victory.
This is a massive ball for Ma샬ken트. Oh, and he leaves a horrible, horrible split. Well, we thought it may be a pivotal frame, but it looks like it's going to be, but not in the way that Kent thought.
Well, the curse of the commentator, and I'm glad I didn't say it. High through the headpin, breaks nothing up, leaves the 4, 6, 7, 10. Known as the Big 4, all the bedposts. Likely, very much likely to be an open frame, and he just hates it. And the reason he feels that way is he knows the game is gone. This is going to be a point lost for Team USA. It's hard and fast and angry. Ace for Stuart Williams.
Well, Kent just needs to strike and hope for the best, but
can you believe that? An absolute solid 8-pin. So much power on that ball, it's gone straight through the 1-3-5 and driven through the 5-pin.
Well, we suggested earlier, Cass, that as dominant as Team Europe might be, there will be slight openings that the USA need to take advantage of, and as of yet, they haven't. An example of that was frame 8 here from Ma샬ken트. It's difficult to be too tough, given he's a rookie to the Weber Cup.
Going to do the loft. No, it's not. Doesn't need it either.
What a great opening shot there from Ma샬ken트. That'll do his confidence a lot of good. Straight down fourth arrow, hits the down lane marker. A fraction high, which is why the 7 pin's late. But
Advantage. So the youngster hits the head pin and is lucky to avoid the split. He's the baby of the American team, not 25 till later this month, I think, Marshall. But, has shown great maturity throughout this competition and indeed throughout his career, but that's not one of his better shots.
Now in slow motion you can see the ball was too heavy on the head pin. A hard and straight shot here with his spare ball for this single pin. Ooh, and that was...
Marshall Kent here has plans of his own to do something about that. He, with a very nice pocket hit, stays on pace.
Yes, levels the score after 3 frames. 79 apiece. This is a great looking shot.
The focus is on Marshall Kent to try and stay with Svensson, and he leaves the 10, or does he? No, the messenger's missed it.
Yeah, it was a short messenger. Didn't quite make it, which is unfortunate, but it's a loss of pin count for the American side. Look at this messenger. That should have hit, and it would have knocked it over.
Yeah, there's no question.
Oh,
look at that momentum.
How close that is.
Yeah, a couple of millimetres. So he falls behind. Now, he was a little bit iffy with his single pin spare ball last time, and that was flush. American perspective. Good pocket hit, stayed with it. Good shot that from Kent.
Yeah, he struck every other frame. I mean, he's not playing a bad game. He's playing the right line. He's hitting the pocket, but still 11 pins adrift. Another great shot here, though. Just keeping him in the game.
He can't do any more than this. I mean, the man's on course for a 278 through 6. It's terrific bowling, this.
Yeah, 4 strikes for Marshall Kent out of his 6 frames. He's only in.
Well, for Team USA, this has got to be all 10. That was a huge shot. Boy, he's responded so well here, Marshall Kent.
We go all square after 7 frames.
Hey, the champagne might be on ice somewhere, but nobody's pulling any corks out the bottles yet. Not yet. Would you believe it? Nothing wrong with that shot either. That's just bad luck. The messenger wouldn't take that 10 out either.
Well, as we saw Svensson leave the 7, we see Kent leave the 10.
Look at that.
Just too much. It was a flat 10 because the 6 pin just laid dead in the channel, didn't it?
It's twice that's happened to him. The messenger has come up just short.
So a spare to stay level going into the foundation frame, and
we could be looking at 10 pin. Wouldn't go for him. Now he needs all 10 just to stay level again. And it's the 10 that's done him. And it might have done Team USA in this year's Weber Cup. And how unlucky can you get?
he's actually bowled a very, very good game here. Just the odd single pin and those 2 10 pins, frames 8 and 9, could be the ruin, unfortunately, for the Team USA.
Well, what it means is, Svensson strikes, you can start your car engine.
Yes, indeedy.
There wasn't much wrong with that pocket hit. And there wasn't much wrong with the previous one either. But Marshall Kent knows it's out of his hands now. Rests on this next ball. It has to be a strike. Would you believe? And if ever a man needed a good positive start, it's Marshall Kent. What's he going to come up with? Oh, no. Oh, that is a really ominous sign for this man.
The first sign of loft from any player in the tournament so far. Lofts it out through the arrows, but it's flashed through the face of the number 1 pin. Obviously 6, 7, 10, big split.
loft is definitely something that Marshall likes to do.
Well, he really needs a good, solid pocket hit here. Take all 10, get back in business, just like that.
Very good shot from Marshall.
Yeah, certainly much better. Yeah, a little bit of loft as well, just to get it down lane before it starts picking up into a hook and a roll.
Yeah, that loft definitely shows what the transition of the lane pattern this year.
For 2 in a row.
I would say he is dialed in this match now. He's made the correct adjustment. That ball was a good 3 or 4 more boards to the right from the one before, so he may have found a little bit of area with the loft trick added in.
Yes, certainly lofting that a good 8 feet down the lane before it.
If I had to relate it, if we had any event to relate it to, I would say the PBA League in Maine would be about one of the only environments that we see similar reactions. But you know, they've just got to believe in themselves, believe in their talents. You know, stay focused on the shot at hand. You know, keep it simple. 10 good shots in one game, and hopefully come out with the win.
Another big loft there from Marshall Kent. He's ripped the rack and he's carried another 10. 3 strikes.
Right now, it's Kent that's got the slender advantage, looking to keep it here. Oh, he really is on fire now. Well, all those doubts that we had about him going into this match, we can erase them.
Just like a flip of the switch.
Absolutely, what a turnaround in Marshall Kent. 4 great looking shots, 4 great looking strikes, and the man's...
Yeah, I believe wiping the oil off gives it a more consistent ball reaction.
Speaking of consistency, this guy's been right on the money.
Well, this lofting mode that he's picked up from frame number 2 is certainly paying dividends, Carl.
Yeah, if I had to pick one player, you know, in the States or pretty much anywhere in the game right now, you know, Marshall. That's a very big momentum swing right there. You know, even being on a 5 in a row, you know, that was definitely a little further left down lane. So to catch that 4-pin pass.
Well, the past is another country for Marshall Kent right now. That is a 7-bagger he's put together.
And a little smile there as well. How about that? That's great to see.
What do you do in the intermission? You've got a couple of hours off, Kyle, as we just look at another ball. The streak finally ends, but do you just forget bowling? Do you just get away from the venue, or do you talk tactics? Do you talk about bowling and adjustments that you need to make?
Yesterday, you know, we left the venue and grabbed some lunch. I believe today we're going to order from this fine facility and, you know, just kind of regroup, you know, de-stress for a minute, you know, enjoy our meals and probably get back into bowling mode, so to speak. Yeah, as we get close out, won this match, got the USA in 8-6 lead. I believe he's going to be ready to come out fire in tonight's session.
And he's had to really carry a heavy load. He deserved that. He